What's up, Red Phone fam? It's your girl Aries. Thank you for tapping back in with your friend for this crazy episode 8 of Found. Y'all, if you here, I appreciate you because I know I took long to come with this review, but please understand that the holidays was holidaying and it was really putting a interruption, a pause on my production over here with the content. So if you're here to tap into this review, I appreciate you for being here. Make sure that you liking up the video on your way in to hang out with your friend as we go over this episode 8 of Found Missing While Homeless. Okay, and I'm gonna just go ahead and get this on out the way up front because this episode really put a damper on me. Okay, so trigger warning to anyone that hasn't seen the episode. And maybe if they have, I just want you to know that I'm not going to go a lot into depth about the character of the missing person because I just did not have it to do. I just couldn't see myself keep going over saying like what he's going through and what he's gonna try to do, you know? Um, mm-mm, I just couldn't. So we're gonna focus on the ongoing story here in this series. With Sir, this man showed his butt this weekend or this past Tuesday. Okay, and y'all, I feel that it's perfect timing for my review because we know we have episode 9 coming up, and from there I can't wait to see what happens. So let's not even waste no time. Let's not even waste no time. Let's get this show on the road. Starting off where we left off, really. Gabrielle. Gabrielle showing back up to the house with a baseball bat. Gabby, if you really thought Sir was missing, why would you need the bat here at the house? You come in with the bat when you're really gonna need the gat when you're messing with Sir. Okay, he can take a licking and keep on ticking. This man is, he's for real cray. So she gets down here and our sweet Sir is snug as a bug in a rug. Yes, he is. He's just sleeping his head off. He pop up. Gabrielle, what's going on? What's all the commotion? Said they had a sighting of you. You didn't get out, did you? Where the hell where I'm gonna go with this chain around my leg? Clearly, I haven't been anywhere. Clearly, it wasn't me. Okay, so Gabby down here, she getting on Sir, letting them know, like, look, you better just, you acting a fool. You throwing food at the cameras. Yeah, you know what, Gabby, you forgot that he did all that. He didn't damage your equipment, and now he want to just sit down here and act like he's asleep, like ain't nothing wrong. Okay, but before Gabby could even really get into Sir's behind, here comes Trent. You know, big protective Trent marching his big heavy boots through the house, as Sir would call him. Sir calling this man heavy boots. And Trent's just walking through here like, come on, Gabby, you acting like it ain't as a big deal as it is. This man is on the loose. Why'd you just run off like that? And she's like, I'm not hardly worried about no Sir. He's been gone for 20 years. What is he gonna just pop up now for? Trent has some information for Gabby. He lets her know that he got something to show her. Okay, hold on. We went back to. Okay, look, he trying to show you, Gabby. These red dots right here, these are you. These yellow dots over here, these are Sir. Now, when I first started dating you, Gabby, I felt like you wanted to say dated, but he said when we first started interacting, it didn't dawn on me to check on this. Da da da. But Sir has been tracking you. Lo and behold, he been in 8 spaces that you've been at the same time. Okay, that's rare. That ain't no coincidence. He's definitely been stalking you. Y'all not just happen to be in the same place at the same time. And Trent goes on to roll some more beautiful bean footage here. Not only this is what we found. Look how he had Gabi sitting up here like, I wish I could zoom in further. But y'all see this man? Look at Gabi. Who combed her hair? Who gave her the braids? Did he hire somebody to give Gabi these braids, y'all? Did he have somebody come through there? Or did he just get her the supplies and, like let her watch YouTube? Or did she just already know? But Gabi definitely has some braids, like a fresh set in her head. Sir out here there with a family portrait. Then he got Gabi down here. This is what drives Gabi into this memory. Now I didn't know that Sir was taking pictures, so apparently he had a camcorder, something hidden, tucked somewhere, and he ended up saving these still images because when Gabi goes into this flashback of her over here in the red, he didn't come out with no camera. Okay, Gabi just sitting here reminiscing about the time in that red dress when she discovered a little friend here. Okay, she discovered this little kitten that I don't know where it came from. I really feel like Sir planted this because how else would a damn cat just? I mean, it's an outhouse, it's a barn, whatever, but it's more than that crawling up in there. If it's a cat, if it's a cat, Gabi, you might want to hold on to it because I guarantee you it's also a rat, not far from it. Okay, so Sir's coming in. He's this cat is so adorable. What shall we name it? Toussaint. I said, oh my God. He gets on my nerve with his just prim and properness. I mean, at the same time, I love it because his character is just, it's just it. Like, it is definitely a character in every sense of the word. So he's really trying to say, Gabrielle, we should just keep the cat. Go ahead and name it. And Gabby's standing her ground trying to prove a point like, no, I'm not going to be like you, sir. I'm not keeping nothing that don't belong to me. So Gabi comes down here after she gets the news and Trent leaves to ask Sir, like, you been following me? She really want to get into him on this. But I swear that this episode, every time she had a moment of peace with him, it was getting interrupted. It was almost like a comedy. It was like every time I get down here to really go in on you, somebody's knocking at the door. Okay, so she come down here, she like, when she got this look on her face, she like, so what? Like, you like being here? Like, you think this is cool? What I really feel like the show Found is based on Sirs as wanting to be found. I really do feel like that. Because in this scene, it's like, okay, he been, hot spotting here to there, following you and following some other dot. And he been trying to get found this whole time, if you ask me. Because he don't want to be nowhere but right in Gabi's basement. Then Detective Shaker. Okay, I really love the way Detective Shaker marched on in. I was like, yes, ma'am. Come on through, Miss Shaker. So Detective Shaker was really shaking the table apparently, when she came in to offer some additional security services to Gabi, Gabi shut that down, okay, for obvious reasons. But I kept saying, like, dang, Gabi, like, really stall out your girl because you have been just plain old nasty with Miss Ma'am for no apparent reason. But the reason is apparent. I have to keep reminding myself because this fool don't really want nobody to be around the house because she doesn't want anybody to discover Sir, which I don't feel like she really has a problem. But he gonna hold something over her head if he don't do nothing else. We know that. Okay, and so here our friend Don, boy know it all, okay, holding all of the secrets. I'm starting to get a little skeptical. Does Don know all that we assume that he knows? I'm really starting to wonder because right in this scene, like they could have very well been also talking in code. Right in this scene, though, Don was like, so I mean, this is nonsense, this sir business. It is, right? And Gabi just politely changed the subject. If you want to find the da when she flips over to the victim, the missing person that we're looking for this episode, okay? And he just kind of like rolled with that, and I think that he either took that as it is what it is. Gabby's being honest with me, and the words that we're saying are the words that we're saying. Or it is what it ain't. And Gabby is secretly telling me, like, yeah, that fool is still in the basement. What do y'all think? The beginning or the latter? Let me know, because it could go either way with these two. They definitely hold poker faces when it comes down to when it comes to it. Like, they hold the best poker faces in this cast. And Margaret, our friend, my friend, if this is your friend, Miss Margaret, put a white heart in the chat, okay, for our friendship. We love Miss Margaret. And she's just a little gleeful here because her daughter Taylor invited her to, come visit. Taylor's away at college, and Margaret is really considering doing this. She has this look of hope in her eyes and across her face because, she's going to have to not go to the bus station and do what she has done repeatedly for the past 13 years. So just imagine that she's addicted to doing this already. Okay, at this point, it's definitely an addiction. So it's going to take a lot for Margaret to really break away from that, but she's willing to do it for the daughter that she loves, who has recently been emancipated, but also has a newly developing relationship, a budding relationship with her mom. So that's awesome. Good for you, Margaret. I really felt happy for you, and I was happy that you didn't make me cry this episode. So thank you. Thank you for being happy and being up. If it's up, then it's stuck, and it is stuck because in this scene we see Sir. Okay, look at them evil eyes, y'all. Let's just focus on that for a minute. When I tell you this man can serve a look, when he is given the looks, he's definitely giving them. Right now, Sir is hearing a commotion upstairs, and he's just trying to figure out what's all being said. I believe that this is when Lacey is popping up. Yeah, it is. So prior to Lacey popping up, Trent and Gabi were still over there going over some information about how Sir has been following her and stalking her life all this time. And he's just trying to put his foot on what's going on. Could you imagine being in the basement trying to detect muffled audio? Like what they say. You kind of got an idea. You probably hearing like a word here or there to piece together the puzzle, but the whole conversation could be broken up. So Gabi is rushing upstairs because she like, who could this be at the door yet again? Is Lacey. Lacey's scared. She want to come over here to Gabi house. Gabi was first like, "You okay, Lacey? Come on, just give me a minute. I'm gonna go get my bag, close the door on them, and all," because she was just gonna go to Lacey house. Lacey was like, "No, I'm scared." I was like, "Oh my god, Lacey, you don't need to be here." Something made me feel so uncomfortable with Lacey being in the building, and this is even before I really fully heard what this fool said toward the end. It gave me tingles up my spine. Like, Lacey, you're really pushing the issue to be here, and I think that's like really giving me a message that you're not supposed to be. So Gabrielle she folds. What can she do? We got Detective Shaker here bringing Lacey over. She said, "Look, Lacey, you go in. I guess I'm in the doghouse with Trent." And so here we go again with the interruption. Gabby's coming down here to tell Sir, "Look, you need to stay your behind quiet. Don't worry about who up there." And Lacey's calling, "Gabi!" Look at Lacey face. I mean, look at Gabby face. I couldn't even capture the picture fast enough because Gabby was like in a comedy. This feels like the scene in Coming to America where Mr. McDowell had to keep going to the door when Daryl kept popping up and he was trying to entertain the prince's parents. She like, God, again? Yeah, so Sir's like, who's that? Who, who, who is that? That's what he's saying right here. Look at that face. I mean, Sir fine, y'all. What can I say? This man, damn it, he's crazy though. And they be the crazy ones. It's always the crazy ones. Okay, but this man sitting here, who's that? He can almost smell Lacey in the air, Bella, so to speak. And yeah, he's asking his questions because he wants to really put Gabby in a predicament. He wants to basically, I said they damn near had their wedding vows right at this moment. Certain forced her into the wedding. He's like, you want me to be quiet, Gabrielle? I need you to tell me that I'm your partner. Tell me that you need me. She was like, I need you, okay. Tell me I'm your partner. Fine, okay, you're my partner. Tell me that you love me. She was like, oh, hell no. When Gabby said, oh, hell no, like, okay, you done went too far with the comedy, sir. You done went too far with the comedy with that one, but what choice does she have in this moment? Because he's gonna act a fool at any given point. And I really feel like she really could have held off, but he needed this. And Gabby just went on. He said, "Don't no come closer. You ain't about to say this way back there. I need to smell it coming off of your breath, Gabrielle." Shout out to my new subscriber Anna Great for calling me out for every time I say Gabrielle. Yes, because Sir is hilarious whenever he says it. I mean, he is. And when he says it, it makes you just, it's creepy at the same time because, look, you see he shook a tear out of Gabby. And Gabby always seen his tears well up in her eyes and not now one of them drop up until this very moment. And it felt real. I'll give it to Gabby on this one. She's like, I love you. He can't even really relish in the moment a lot, before he just collapses because she done put something in the food. Sir, this woman has learned from you. Everything that you have done in the past, Gabby is using it on you. So he fell out just the way that she did when she tried to run away. That's so crazy. I'm just thinking about the fact that she had to sedate this man the same way that he had to do her when she ran away because it was alleged that he was out in these streets. I don't think he really went nowhere, Gabby. You didn't have to. I think that he would have been fine. But you can't take no chances with Sir. You really can't. So I see why you did it. What I don't know is why you didn't do this when you was in Virginia in the last episode. Why did you leave him to his own recognizances? Then after she let him fall out, she got to doing the Michael Jackson on this man. I said, Gabby up here. Uh-huh. Gabby up here doing the Michael Jackson stomp on this man. Beat it. I hate you. Right after she said it. I love you. Because, she ain't had no choice. So, at this moment, we got Lacey snooping around. Snoop Dogg acting so fascinated with these locks on the door. And I'm going to really call the show out for a moment because, yeah, Lacey acting real fascinated with these locks like she ain't got her own place set up like this. Don't think that I forgot episode 1. And I got receipts. Just wait, y'all. Wait till the end. I will tell you. I'll show you proof. That Lacey has the same set of locks at her own place. So why she's acting so just shooketh behind this, save it. So at this point, we have Trent. And let me go back. Let me back up to this moment because Gabi comes upstairs. And Lacey is like, Gabi, what's in the basement? And of course, Gabi is really turned up at this moment. So she has that tears in her eyes still. She has the energy to give, like she's really shook. Okay, so she turned around like, I'm scared. And Lacey is just like, okay, Gabi, like, it's okay. And I feel like Lacey is reading her in her way that she does, detecting the lies now. She's another little detail lady in the working. She's detecting that Gabi is on bullshit, pretty much. Yeah, I feel like she knows that, but she's gonna give Gabi her space and just gonna try to figure it out. So here, Trent, look at him. Stop smiling in Gabi's face. You get on my nerves so bad, Trent, because you love me, then you hate me, then you love me again, but you consistently smile in this woman's face, no matter how bad she treats you. And you know what? I don't care what happens to you at this point. You deserve it. No, y'all, I'm just kidding. You know that I play around with Trent like that. But this is a moment that Gabi is just thanking him for being a gentleman, even though she was quite the opposite. And I don't feel like she's just apologizing for this time because she's been giving him a hard time ever since she stole his flash drive and made him lose his damn job, okay? She has, you apologizing, you really should. I mean, Gabi, you owe this man more than you saying that you're a good man, Trent. Yes, he is a good man, Savannah. Now you better act on that because if you don't, I know that somebody else will. Period. Okay, and so look, poor little Gabi. Look, Gabi, my sweet Gabi is pouring her heart out to this little cat, y'all, talking about how um, she lost her mom. I feel like her mom was battling cancer. Yeah, I definitely get the sense of that if it hasn't been stated or if it hadn't been made obvious. That's the vibe that is giving with Gabi talking to her kitten, letting her cat know, like, look, I end up telling my mom that she can go on because it was so hard to see her in pain. And when she left, I feel like that started all this. I feel like it's my fault that, that she's gone now, that I'm snatched by this loony. So Gabi is just here feeling sorry for herself, and at least she got somebody to talk to. Shoot, I'm just happy about that. And look at Sir, he couldn't be more delighted. I think this is when this fool took the picture of her because she is in her gown here that is pictured. That bean footage that Trent rolled for us a little bit earlier. Sir is like, Gabrielle, I could never let you go. Because she went on and let the kitten go. She did. She said goodbye to the kitten, and she he's like, Gabi, you're such a good person. You're such a selfless person to let your mother go and the kitten go. That's beautiful of you. And she's like, well, you're a beautiful person too. You can just let me go too. Come on, how about it? And he's like, Gabrielle, I could never let you go. I mean, you are the best part of me. Like, how would I let, girl, that don't make no sense. I'm just like, oh my God, it's worse than we thought, y'all. It's damn worse than we thought. Okay, and here is Lacey in the morning. She's waking up and she's just like, Gabi, I'm scared for you. I used to see the way the sir looked at you. Like he is crazy about you, literally. And so this is when I feel like Lacey actually detects BS. This is when she detects BS from Gabi. Gabi sitting here trying to play it off like, hey, don't worry about the locks on the door. We never judge each other's coping mechanisms. And I think that I was like, dang, Gabi, how you gonna use the coping that y'all all go through in your own separate way as a way to deflect the situation here, ducking and dodging the conversation with Lacey. How you doing your sis like that? And I think that this is when Lacey is like, man, who dog is y'all? My neighbor's dog barks, and I apologize, okay? Pay no mind. I hope it don't bother you. Nonetheless, this is when Lacey is detecting the B to the S. And she just like, okay, Gabby, I'll head out. I'll get my things. Because she ain't got time at this point. She ain't got it to do either. She just doesn't. She's over the lies and the alibis. Gabby can't be straight up with her. She's steadily talking down to her like she's a child. She's like, let me go ahead on and stay in my place. Because whatever it is, maybe I just don't even want to be part of it. Okay, so I'm going to go over here to Zeke's. Y'all, I'm not here for this. Whatever they're trying to do, I am not here for the Gabby and Zeke connect, for the Lacey and the Zeke connection. No, it's just unnecessary. Sure, they're both attractive young adults. Young adults, okay? Two attractive young adults. It would be awesome for them to be a couple in the real world. However, it's just unnecessary for me. And I mean, come on, get out of my face with this mess. But yeah, Lacey ran over there for some comfort. I'm glad that they can support each other. Keep it brotherly and sisterly. I don't want to see y'all as no couple. Please. I don't know what it is about me, y'all, but I just hate unnecessary romance in a good show. Like, get this out of my face. Get it out of my face. So, Gabby is back at the house, and she's adjusting the camera that Certain damaged last episode, and she's like, eyes forward, don't be looking at what I'm doing. And he's like, yeah, I'll be happy when everybody stop running back and forward through this joint and things get back to normal. She was like, and what sick fantasy is any of this normal? And he was like, if this was any fantasy of mine, I wouldn't be chained up. I said, or would you? You kinky sir, you. Okay? And Gabby had to step down for a minute off that step stool, come down here and get in his face because she's really tired of your mess, sir. And she's like, you know what? It's over. After this case, I'm done with you. For real, sir. Like, I'm done. I can't deal with it no more. It's a wrap. So I'm like, okay, you breaking up with sir? What? How does this even work? Like, how do you just go ahead on and break up with the man that I'm really confusion. What does this look like? Are you just gonna release him back into the wild, Gabrielle? Are you gonna release him back into the wild? He like, you know what, pause on that. He always has to show that he's in control. Okay? Look at how crazy this fool is looking. He said, pause on that, Gabrielle. And let me ask you a few questions before you just sit up here and cut me loose. Don't do me no favors. Tell me this, though. That woman upstairs, who is that? Oh, that ain't nobody that you need to be concerned. There ain't nobody that you even know, sir. You don't know nobody, everybody that I know. Is that, Bella? You know, and then he let her know, you know what, Gabby, I was following you. I was, and did. I was following you, Gabrielle. I was following somebody else too. It's Bella, right? Yeah, I was following her. I'm sorry if I'm going into an annoying, Trumpy type of voice, y'all. I'm really trying to hold into my Sir character. But I was following her. And I'm like, dang, that makes sense. He was following Lacey and Gabby the whole time. That was the other dots on the little the grid that Trent showed us. So I'm like, oh my God. So he let us know, Sir let us know he been following Lacey because he won't off with her head, because that is the worst part of anything that he ever did. That was the wedge that drove him and Gabrielle apart, because he could have just ran off and been in his merry, happily ever after until he decided to get a playmate for Gabi because she was lonely, okay? So he really despises Lacey, y'all. That's why I was like, Lacey, you don't need to be up in his house. And Sir really sensed that the tone, the way that she was talking to Lacey, that had to be her. He was like, Lacey, is that what she goes by now? Yeah, you know what? Go ahead and let me go, and I'll show you what I'll do. You know what? I'll give you one up. I'll one up you there, Gabrielle. If you let me go, I'm gonna get out. And the first stop I'm gonna make is to Lacey's, and I'm gonna take her out of here. And I don't mean on a date. Okay, I'm taking her out. Out. Yeah. So sit on that. So basically at this point, Sir can go ahead on and be unchained. He can go ahead on and be unchained because he's not going anywhere. But we must keep him locked up. He can move about, but he cannot get out of that basement because if he get within an inch of Lacey, it's over. If he is within 50 feet of Lacey, it's over. If Lacey come back to this house, I feel like it may be over. Sir might figure him a way out. He be to knock Gabi upside her head to get to Lacey, and then come back and like had probably then carried Gabi up the stairs and laid her in the bed, and he just carrying on like it's a normal day. He in the kitchen making his own damn breakfast at that point. So Sir cannot be unchained. No, you still got to be chained up, boo boo. But oh my gosh, y'all. Let me see if I got any notes that I missed because I didn't even have to take like a look at the notes after I wrote everything down. And yeah, I feel like we did go over everything, but this episode was explosive. It was everything that I needed to see during a season's close when it comes to the Sir and Gabi relationship. If you think that Sir and Gabi's relationship is, I can't even say Sir and Gabi's relationship, the relationship that Sir has with Gabi, what is this based on, y'all? The way that he made this lady say that she loved him is more to it than just fatherly daughterly. I mean, I don't think there are any rules when it comes to kidnapping, and should I have said that on damn YouTube? I don't know. Maybe I should have just said a snatching or something. But being abducted, I'll say that. Yeah. Kidnapping, it definitely sounds so, ugh. That word did not age well because it made me feel cringy. But yeah, the abduction of Gabi, this abductor, he can be whatever he wants to her whenever he decides in his mind. I'm your mama, I'm your daddy, I'm that crazy man in the alley. Gabrielle, what are you gonna do? Is no way that Sir can he can't stay alive. I don't know. What are you gonna do? Gabrielle, what are you gonna do? What do you think Gabrielle should do, y'all? Drop down in the comments. Let me know what you thought about this episode. I'm going to say minus the missing person, which let me just go ahead on and say, okay, not to put any dirt or disrespect on Mr. Sampson's name, because I am glad that he was found. It was just the subject matter, once again, was a little bit too heavy, but I want to give a shout out to the series for doing a great job at including every demographic that you could think of that would be the last on a person's list to be looking for, because they definitely showcase a lot of adult males, which is something that I never really thought of, like about like how many adult males are actually missing, and that people with resources like police are going to take serious, media that are going to take serious about a grown man being missing somewhere. Like, probably not. So that's so cool. That's a great part of the show. Mr. Sampson was found. I probably didn't even need to discuss this because I think I did a great job on excluding it from the recap. And I'm just going to leave that on that, y'all. I'll see y'all in the next one. Okay, and I know I'll be saying this, but I really do feel like I am going to do a great job at watching this episode once it comes out on Wednesday because I have to watch it on Peacock streaming, okay? That's when I'm going to get in here on this computer and crank out the recap. Hold me to that, y'all. Hold me to that. And I'll see you there. I'm not going to see you there. I'm going to beat you there. All right. Bye bye, y'all. Bye.